Why closure is a myth in modern relationships. Labeling your partner, and I'm gonna go with narcissist. Submitting to your husband. Triggers versus cognitive distortions, guys. Ooh, this might trigger you and put you into your own distortion. 90% of marriages fail. Why closure is a myth in modern relationships, and I'm really excited to talk about this. Welcome to the Morrow Marriage podcast, guys. Why am I so excited to talk about this? Because you guys don't even have the fucking skills to be in a relationship. That's what you're learning with one episode at a time as you go through this. What makes you think you understand what closure is then?
That's a good point.
Like, come on, is it not? Like, if you are so lost and everybody, and I get it, okay, let's say we do the dating thing. I get it. You got to go through a few to figure out who you want to be with. I get it.
Just a few though, but none in our case.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But, but here's the thing. Essentially, you know, you're picking and choosing. The dating pool sucks, especially those of you guys who get divorced because you think you need to get closure and move on. Okay, fuck. Okay, so then you're dating and you're trying to figure it out. Then how are you supposed to really like understand that? Let me put this into perspective. I got a really good example. Okay. I was just talking to a guy last week who is like trying to really maintain his relationship with his ex, right? He's on a second marriage, okay? Okay, part of his closure process.
Trying to maintain a relationship with his ex while he's in a new relationship.
Yeah, so he's married, it's second time.
Okay.
And he wants to like do it for the kids. We know we get along, we're friendly, it's okay. Well, the wife is insecure about the ex-wife who's still kind of his friend. You know what I mean? Like, that was part of his healing process. But guys, by the way, that's what closure is. It's being healed, okay?
And closed.
So, but you see,
if the relationship is still open, if that pathway is still open, it's not closure. Would you agree?
100%. And then there's the other side of it, guys. So you can all agree probably that how stupid is that? I mean, how many times we've I don't know how many times, like I don't have a number on this, but we have both constantly said to people, no, when you remarry, you don't hang out, you don't have a relationship, you are the new unit.
Yes.
Guys, that's why we know that to get your closure, you have to understand things like integrity, the foundational shit.
Yeah, you might have to communicate with an ex if there's a child involved, or I know some people share custody of a pet. So there doesn't even need to be some level of communication. I actually know some couples, we've worked with some couples where drop-off is at the police station or drop-off is at school and there's no communication. Now, we don't want it to be like that. That's not necessarily the healthiest thing, but there doesn't need to be camaraderie, there doesn't need to be friendship, there doesn't need to be any sort of relationship outside of communication about the child.
Yeah, like you're essentially asking for trouble.
You just need to be nice, the same way you are to a stranger, the same way you are to the rest of the world. Just be a nice person. That's all you need. It doesn't need to be a relationship.
That's right. And then, let's go back to, so closure is really the healing, okay? Like, what I want you guys to understand is a lot of you are looking at the grass is greener on the other side. And I want you to start thinking and understanding that that's not fucking true. I mean, yes, in some cases, but on a whole, that's not true. What's greener is where you water it. What's greener is where you pour your love and your energy into. What's greener is where you feel proud about who you are and the actual effort. Let me give we heard something from Andy this week and I loved it. And it was like, no, you haven't tried everything. You haven't tried working with me. So every single one of you who think I've tried everything, it's my partner's fault. If you haven't tried everything, it's your fucking fault. That's it. That's the only thing you can say until you know you've tried everything. Okay? Like, that's it. And so that means you have no business to be thinking about closure. Those of you who are dating, I know a lot of you people dating listen to the podcast now too. Like, what are you doing? The real statistic, if I remember correctly, and I'd have to check it. It doesn't really fucking matter. But it was something like the length of time you've been in a relationship, you need to half-life it. So 10 years, 5 years of healing, patience, growing is what they say.
I think that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but that's what they say is the safe way, okay, psychologists and whatnot, okay, for you to get through, meaning no dependency on anybody else. You're not jumping from one to the other, because let's face it, almost everybody does that, okay, one to the other, okay, and we didn't do that. We both took like a year off.
I was about 6 months, you were a year.
Yeah. So, but why do you do that? Because if you're dating, you need to get yourself in a position where you're like emotionally available, okay? And you're not triggered from all the bullshit. This is why the wounds stack from all these relationships. This is why you guys don't understand that you can't just get closure and you make up your own fucking rules, right? Now, we're mostly dealing with married people. What I want you guys to think about with this closure thing is like the whole moving past the past and moving into the future. You know, a lot of times we come up on this episode or on these episodes and we say, we never even talked about that. You know, we kind of get fired up and excited. Like we're remembering a lot of the past stuff and bringing it out, like the naked, we've been telling everybody about the naked fit episode.
Oh my gosh,
like,
it still makes me laugh.
Yeah, and so go listen or watch Naked Fits, you guys. But, oh
my gosh.
Oh man, I was gonna make a good joke there and I really can't because it's not appropriate for you. So, excuse me. What I want you to do is...
He was pointing at you guys, not me.
Yeah, I was pointing at the camera. Yeah. If you want to think about and understand closure at all, whether you're dating or whether you're in a marriage, I want you to think about the instances that you're trying to get through. Let's use something light, like my partner doesn't prioritize me. And I don't mean to downplay that. I mean, it's not the same as an affair, okay? So let's use something like that where you don't feel like you're prioritized. You know, most of you don't get past the issues because you spend more time talking about what you don't want. I don't feel like your priority, instead of showing them how you can feel that way, you know?
Asking for
what you want.
It's called expressing positive need. And, you know, saying stop yelling at me, you're asking for what you want, but you're actually telling them to stop what you don't want. So stop yelling at me. You'd say speak respectfully to me as a positive need. Stop yelling at me is a negative need. So could it get the same result? Yes, it could, but expressing a negative need, stop yelling at me, stop doing this, don't do this, it invokes defensiveness. And when you ask for a positive need, it invokes action. And you can invoke action even more by how positive are you, right? Like that's why we have the stat response, right? When instead of saying stop yelling at me, you know, instead of saying speak respectfully to me, say, hey baby, same team, same jersey, can you speak to me respectfully, please? You don't have to demand it. You can lead. In fact, you shouldn't demand it. That's not going to go anywhere. Especially to somebody yelling. Have you ever, especially to someone yelling, have you ever demanded something from your irate partner and gotten it? No. You know, I was telling some people about the jungle gym analogy. Oh, yes. So I used to get so mad at Kathryn in my raging, fucking just raging. I would try to hug him and kiss him and touch him. Settle me down, right? Yes. And I'd be like, I'm not your fucking jungle gym. And you know, eventually she's like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you not? Do you not want me to climb all over you? Like, what can you do in that moment? She's got a big smile. She's being all cute. You know, it's in my mind, it's the verbal way of twirling the hair, saying, you know, like, you know, so like, it's how you do it. So go back to what we're talking about here in the episode. Rather than think about closure, like if it's from past relationships, probably you have to let them go. Like, let them go. Like, we don't speak to bad people. We don't. If you're not a certain caliber of person, like character, we don't want to hang out with you on a regular day-to-day basis, okay? That's closure. We do that with people that we're obligated to hang out with. No, we don't have that obligation. We have an obligation to each other. That's right. It. To our family. That's it, okay? By that, we mean immediate, okay? Once you've done that, now you can start focusing on closure on the issues that you guys are dealing with. Most of the time, it's not an issue. Most of the time, you just have to learn new skills and you can let it go. I'm going to use the affair example now, okay? How many times have you, everybody that's been in an affair, it's what you do, okay? If you're not the hard boundary, I'm done, see you, and you probably don't ever do, that's you, you don't ever do the work to realize what got there. Because that didn't happen overnight, okay? You played a part in that, and you're going to have to accept that. Or the next one, or soon, one of them will cheat on you too. It'll just happen. Maybe it won't be as heavy as a physical, but it'll be with porn. Whatever, okay? And you'll always wonder, and you'll never heal. There's your closure not happening, okay? So now if we can expect that most of you would say, okay, no, I want to get through this. I want to make this work. I want to trust you again, okay? I want you to trust me again. I want to get through this. Thank you for letting me prove that I can do better, okay? But then you guys never get closure because all you do is focus on the pain and the bullshit. Like if you say, thank you for recognizing that and now the truth is out with the affair. Thank you. I'm trusting you to move forward. I'm going to trust you. Stop saying, fuck you fucking baby me because I'm fucking hurting so bad. We get it. But you obviously have a part to play or else the affair wouldn't happen. Nobody's fucking around on somebody when they're awesome. We ain't gonna fuck around on each other right here. Because we're awesome. Because we're fucking awesome. We'd be fucking stupid. And I know you don't want to be stupid. So stop it. You don't get closure because you sit there looking for everything, going through their phone, asking stupid questions because you feel hurt. That's your fault. So what I'm hearing is closure If you don't have closure, it's because you're not moving forward.
Yes.
You don't have closure because you're going back into other things.
That's exactly right. You see, it doesn't matter what we're talking about. If you guys want to move forward, there's only one way to do that. Take the steps forward. If you like your shitty life, keep talking, keep acting, keep doing things that you know don't work. That's going backwards, repeating your cycles, making the same mistakes. And you might say, Cass, I don't understand. Like I say, I don't want to yell anymore. I say I don't want to be defensive anymore. Yeah, because there's other steps. You don't just get to flip a switch. That's not how it works. I wish it was. Fuck, we'd probably sell a program a day for $1 million a month or $1 million a day. Like, come on. Excuse me. But there is no magic switch. There's lots of things to learn, you guys. So I want to encourage you, closure is real, but you can only put people in your life that want to move forward. And that doesn't give you the right to leave your partner behind because they're not moving forward with you yet. No, you're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to lead them. But you keep anybody else doing the right things to move forward with you, and you will fucking win. That's it. Cool?
Yeah.
All right, see you next time.
Bye-bye.